So the Battlefield beta has been out for a few weeks now, and it seems to be doing rather well. The community general outlook on the game has been very positive overall, and looks like EA might actually have a winner on their hands because Lord knows they freaking need it. EA hasn't exactly been super successful with their past Battlefield titles. Well, at least not since Battlefield 1, which released all the way back in 2016.
You are my number one guy.
For instance, Battlefield 5 had poor reception with the community after the first initial trailer dropped, which introduced one of the lead characters you'd be playing as was a female soldier with a prosthetic arm, while also bearing a rifle.
Look at this dude.
The backlash led to one of the most famous quotes ever uttered by a representative of a company. That quote being, "You'll have two choices, either accept it or don't buy it." To which the community took to heart because the pre-order sales became non-existent. To which DICE responded with that they'll tone down the craziness, basically saying, "Please come back."
Now you respect me, because I'm a threat.
Then you had Battlefield 2024, which did sell well on its release, but within a year saw its player base drop from over 100,000 to less than the game's own title.
How do you fuck that up?
The reason given for the game's drop in players was one, during even the beta, it was riddled with bugs, balancing issue, and server lag. But that wasn't the only reason though. There was also another problem, that being cheaters. The PC version of the game had a rampant cheater problem early on, and which made many of the players frustrated and annoyed with DICE's slow response, to which prompted everyone to start leaving the game in droves, thus basically making the game dead within a year. But good news, seems as though EA learned from their mistakes because the new Battlefield 6 implemented a whole new system to help combat cheaters. This new anti-cheat system was dubbed Javelin.
He just told me I have to carry this javelin for a reason, but he didn't say why.
Javelin Anti-Cheat is a testament to our commitment to fair play and integrity. EA Javelin Anti-Cheat is a PC anti-cheat solution designed to ensure fair play in EA games to help prevent cheating while focusing on privacy and security. The goal is for players to have a level playing field where results, progress, success are determined purely by merit. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that no one likes cheaters, and with this new system implemented into the game, many thought that this would definitely weaken the ability for people to do so. Hell, EA has gone on record stating that the Javelin system has already caught and stopped over 330,000 cheaters.
Damn, guy! That's a fuck ton!
I mean, it's also reported on that the Javelin system also requires you to delete any other game with a similar anti-cheat software like that of Riot's game's Valorant, but hey, what are you gonna do? Nothing's perfect. Well, at least it's doing its job, right? Well, see, that's the thing. Apparently there's still some players experiencing some hackers, like aimbotting, wall hacks, and shit like that. In the beta, no less. I mean, what kind of jackass uses cheats in the beta?
Oh my god, what the fuck? That was nuts!
So, a little over a week ago, a Twitch streamer by the name of Riley CS was accused of cheating after she uploaded a few clips over on her X from her stream showcasing her peak gameplay in the new Battlefield 6 beta.
Wow, I flicked straight at that guy through the wall. Oopsie.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Hot damn, either we just witnessed peak perfection or this cat girl be cheating. Right away after Riley posted those clips, people started to call her supposed skills into question, accusing her of aimbotting. One of the biggest points I've seen given as proof of Riley cheating has been the aim correction that happens after Riley flickers the mouse towards an area.
Wow, I flicked straight at that guy through the wall.
Did this cat girl just tell on herself? You can't make this shit up. To me though, one of the most egregious clips Riley has that she showed off was when she's fighting people through smokescreen. Take a look at this.
Yeah, this isn't a hack. Somehow Riley knew in that smoke that there was someone in it and they were laying down.
What a cheater pumpkin eater we have here. Come on! You can't sit here and tell me that Riley has unlocked Ultra Instinct and knew that some guy was laying down on the ground through the smoke. There was no vision, no indicator whatsoever. Someone call Professor X, we got us a telepath in the house. Fucking Sentinel's about to fly down and bust through Riley's house to take her away. Someone warn her quick. Hey everyone, sorry, por favor, sorry. Just a little quick listen. If you guys like my content, please drop a like, drop a comment down below. YouTube sees that stuff. You know, it's great for the algorithm. It's great for engagement. I really appreciate it. You know, subscribe to the channel. If you guys like my content, continue to check me out. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. And always remember, I will be streaming from now on Mondays and Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Okay, quick over. Sorry, we'll get back to the video. Thanks. This controversy sure blew up on my feed on X. It also didn't help the situation either once ever videos started popping up all over YouTube. And after watching various amount of YouTube videos, looking at the clips myself, and engaging with people in conversation about this whole deal, I gotta say it's more than likely that fact that Riley cheated. I'm no expert in that of PC gaming, for I'm a filthy casual console player, but I ain't nobody's fool either. I've been seeing some people try to compare her gameplay to that of Shroud's, since he's one of the most prolific FPS players in the business. But I found that to be a little unfair. I felt it was more apt to compare her to another person who has been known to cheat in the community. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I like to present to you Shimmy, a person who grew to fame online with his wild and very skilled gameplay. He was also part of a pro gaming team named Redshift. That same team, however, came out accused and then proved that he was cheating in Rocket League. We then fast forward some time in the future, and guess what? He was accused and caught in cheating in many titles, FPS titles like Call of Duty, Battlefield, and even aim trainers. Much of, if not all, the similar criticism that Riley's getting right now, Shimmy was accused of well before. So we can look at a lot of their gameplay to see if there's any similarities between the two.
Oh my god, what the fuck? That was nuts! Wow, I flicked straight at that guy through the wall. Oopsie.
To me, in my simple undead eye, see these as nearly identical. Yeah, no, the jury's out on this one. I really do think people are gonna have to look at the context a lot and watch Riley's gameplay. I've heard many arguments be made from all sides. People making posts like, I am or I hold this position, I have multiple hours playing games, and I can tell you without a doubt she's 100% unequivocally not ever till death do us part cheating.
Do you have any idea who you're talking to?
But alas, like all other great legends before her, Riley was struck down in her prime. You see, about a day or so after Riley's clips went viral, it was reported that Riley's account on Twitch got banned.
No way!
This of course led many people to believe that the allegations were true of her cheating. But from what I can tell, more than likely, it was because people went to Twitch and started mass reporting her. That's an assumption on my part, that's just from things I've been hearing, but you know what they say about assuming, it makes an ass out of you. Now, if all this had been was some cat girl cheating in a video game, I'd call her Sniper Wolf and then be on my merry little way. However, it's what followed the initial few days that had me raise an eyebrow to both disbelief and shame that I didn't see something like this coming. Turns out, Riley is trans. This apparently absolves Riley of any and all potential wrongdoing she might have committed. And that's when the conversation started to shift away from the original premise, and I had slowly devolved into basically shit-slinging at each other. And then the retards came in, and oh boy, did things get even worse. And when I say retards, I mean the people who, despite the allegations, the criticisms levied at someone, so long as you share their politics, their beliefs, their ideals, they'll raise their figurative sword for you and defend you no matter what.
And they are making their entire personality around just hating trans people. So they make so many different accounts just to push more and more hatred, and just let them bully you into a false admission of guilt, so they can feel vindicated and justice for harassing you. And then it's see, it was warranted to send death threats to this trans woman.
Yeah.
Holy shit, these people are fucking pathetic, I swear. They find any reason to lump in all criticism together as bigotry.
We gotta look out for each other, support each other when situations like this happen. And but yeah, they love using these things, they love twisting the narrative, and they just have this huge media empire that's echoing back the same talking points and pushing a certain narrative.
So then what you're doing now, right? You're making claims that everyone who is daring to criticize Riley is attacking her for her identity. You and people like you are just continuing to spread the narrative that Riley is this pro-trans girl who is being attacked by toxic evil gamers who are just insecure and afraid of a trans girl being better than them online. Newsflash, honey, most people didn't give a shit that Riley was trans. I didn't, and every YouTuber I've watched thus far that has criticized Riley or defended Riley have used her preferred pronouns. But even if they didn't, to me that's still not an endorsement to send hate towards her. Unlike Little Miss Thing over here, who retweeted another VTuber's post talking about Riley's situation and saying man instead of girl. The original post was deleted by the VTuber in question, and she also issued an apology. But as we all know, that's never enough. Oh no, it just isn't. No, despite everything I just said, there is some credit to their claims, however. There were, and of course there are, people who are saying incredibly unnecessary and improper comments towards Riley. If your criticism holds ground, you don't need to devalue it or basically make it hold less water to engage in personal attacks. This goes for both sides. It gives all sides the ability to use that as a deflection of criticism. Riley being trans has nothing to do of whether or not she did or did not cheat. This shit just makes y'all look like a bunch of pathetic losers who can't engage in any of the conversation without resorting to insults because you're not capable of actually making good arguments. In conclusion, you suck. Getting back on topic, after a few days passed, Riley's Twitch account was unbanned, and it was reported that apparently after her return, she saw a large spike to views in her channel. The growth of course could be just chalked with the fact that the controversy just happened, and it's put her name out there now. Some people actually maybe be watching her to keep an eye on her to make sure she doesn't cheat again, or some people just generally enjoy her content. Who knows? For now, that's going to be the end of my video. Hope you guys have liked it, hope you enjoyed my content, and if you did like it and you want to see more, you can always subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, so this way you get all notifications coming your way to know you when I upload or stream. Leave a like down below, and if you please leave a comment as well. Be, at least somewhat charitable if you guys disagree with my opinion or my perspective on this whole situation. I've seen some of the comment section of other videos, and while the actual YouTubers themselves are not being so terribly assholey about this whole situation, some people can be. So if you do leave a comment, be kind, don't be an asshole. There's a difference between criticism and just outright maliciousness. But as always guys, have a good morning, a great afternoon, a beautiful evening, and a blessed night. See you later, fools. Bye.